Welcome back to Read It Right.
I'm Elle.
And I'm Fab.
And here at Relate Right, we're all about relationships and helping you connect better with each other. Mm-hmm. And today, we're going to discuss a topic that is, unfortunately, one that never gets old. Cheating.
Yeah.
And the reason we chose this topic is because we are constantly getting asked questions in our Q&A about different cheating circumstances. Also, we've recently watched a really great TED Talk by Esther Perel, Rethinking Infidelity. And as we watched it, we just discovered so many different dimensions of cheating.
Yes.
And it really made us think. So stay tuned because we're going to discuss this further in this podcast. So one of the things that Esther said in her video is something that you and I have talked about so many times, and it's the definition of cheating. It can have so many different meanings, and these definitions just keep expanding with like digitalization and just access to social media, access to dating apps, and just so much more availability.
So much more way to cheat.
Exactly.
That's the thing. I mean, what means cheating? It's so vast, so large, because you can cheat for multiple reason and with multiple reason, you know.
Yeah, but is it texting? Is it thinking about cheating? Is it sending pictures? Like, is cheating merely the act of having sex or sexual intimacy with someone, or does it go further than that? Like, is cheating an emotional thing? Is it, secretly using dating apps or sexting someone that you maybe know or you don't know? Like, what is it? Well, for you, what would it be?
It would be different step in the cheating. And I would say, for example, even if you think about cheating,
right?
It's cheating, actually.
Well, is it cheating or is it the start of something?
I mean, you can think about cheating, You can think. But when you think about it, it's because there is already trouble. There is already something in your relationship will make you think of this option. Because otherwise you think about resolution on how to make it better, or how I will reflect on myself, or But if you have this thought of cheating, or even how can I cheat without
getting caught,
Or when can I cheat, or with who, or which app should I choose? When you start to think.
Yeah, but like sometimes would you argue that cheating is all about, like, it's not necessarily always about premeditated cheating. It's also about wrong place, wrong time. Maybe you didn't expect that you were going to meet someone who you felt like a connection to, that you want to cheat with.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's always something stemming from a deep-seated issue in the relationship. It just could be something that you're needing as a person, and you just happen to meet someone who is willing to provide that for you.
I'm okay with you, but the thing is, like, when you are in a relationship, you have your boundaries who are already established.
I agree.
And you and your partner know what are those boundaries. Inside you, even if you never talk to anyone about those boundaries, you and your partner know what are those boundaries. And you know when you cross those boundaries.
You do.
You know, even if you just think about it, about doing some things.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're going to get a massage, for example, and you're getting a happy ending.
Yeah, for example.
You know what I mean? But that's cheating.
Yes, and I know a lot of men who's going to tell me, but that's not cheating.
Right.
But that's the thing as well. If a woman had to do the same, then it would be...
The double standard is real.
It would be what?
And that's the thing that she said as well that really stuck out to me, was the double standard of cheating has been there since
patriarchal society.
Since marriage was invented. Then infidelity was invented. And since infidelity was, I guess, invented, there has been a double standard on who has permission to cheat.
I'm not agree with her.
No. I'm just saying, like, based on apparently biology. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the times they say, "Oh, men are wired to cheat. Men are more likely to cheat because they're, you know."
We call it, you know what we call this? Pretext. That's how we call this. Because, of course, they have to. When you say some things like that, when you affirm that it's biologic, you have to justify.
That's the justification.
That's the justification.
Like, oh no, well, we cheat because that's how we were created. We're created different than you guys.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. You receive, so we cannot receive that much. You know,
right?
And we are just giving. So it's okay for us. It's different.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Why? No one talk about the energy that you're giving. No one talk about just the fact that you share some things that you said was gonna be exclusively for your partner.
Right.
No one talk about this importance of the loyalty. That's the thing as well. That's the thing as well.
Exactly. Because I think that cheating can be physical.
Yeah.
It can be also emotional.
Yes.
And it definitely has to do with loyalty. Because once you betray that loyalty, that's like cheating is betrayal, really.
Yeah.
Like if you're telling intimate things to someone else of the opposite sex that you are not telling your partner, that could be cheating.
Of course. Even if I don't know, that's the same way you're working. You know all the stories with coworker, and you always go to eat during your break time with the same guy, and you do that during days and days and days and days and days.
Work husband.
Yeah. Okay. We know what's happened with work husband after. When you do that as well, when you start to do it, when it's just like that and it's just friendly, you know it's okay. You know, I don't say that you cannot have friends.
Of course.
Okay, but you know what you're sharing during this moment. You know if in your relationship you had trouble and you already had this thought. You know that you're looking for some things, but at the same time you're lying to yourself and you say, and you don't say anything when you go home.
Right.
You know, and the only thing that you want when you go home is to come back tomorrow to arrive to this break time and have this talk. So you know after it can lead to some things. The cheating start before that.
The cheating definitely starts in the mind.
Yeah, because the thing will be that when you start to have this thought, you need to find a way to see with your partner, even to be able to talk about it. But that's another problem as well, that sometimes you have this thought, and even the fact that you have this thought, then you never think about cheating. The fact that you're going to talk to your husband about it, you don't know how we're going to receive it. He already going to receive it like a cheating act.
Exactly.
And you won't be able to talk and resolve this.
If this is something that they're going to be triggered by, if this is something that they're going to think, oh, crap, so this person's now thinking about cheating. They've probably already done it. You know, they're going to start to already doubt you and what you did.
Yeah, that exactly. Look, it's complex.
Right. And like there's a rule that I always go by, but it's not about cheating. It's just about life. It's like if you have to ask, then don't. So it's like if you have to ask yourself, am I cheating? Yeah. You're cheating. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you have to ask yourself, generally, is this wrong? Too late, then it's wrong. So So okay, so with such a wide definition, she's basically said between 26% and 75% people cheat because the definition is so wide and because it's so relative to people.
Yeah, because again, you can take two different couples.
Yeah, exactly.
You can take two different acts of cheating. Yeah. So the physical one and the emotional one. And the one who do the emotional one will say, I didn't cheat.
Right.
So then you have your percentage.
Right.
Also.
And it's interesting because like I think a lot of men, and I'm not sure if it's just young men, but I've heard this before. It's like, for them, having sex is not really cheating because they're just having sex.
You mean the young generation?
Right. And it's like they're just
different.
having sex, and they're not, to them, they're not actually cheating because it's so normal and natural. Now, if they were having like a consistent situation with this person,
Yeah.
and if they were building an emotional bond, then it would be considered cheating. So it's like, it's very interesting how people justify these acts and desires that they have.
I mean, again, it's a pretext. You have to find an excuse.
Yeah.
And that's the unconscious.
Right.
It's unconsciously or consciously that humans have to find an excuse for their mistake.
Exactly.
You know? So that's the one that you hear the most. Like, it's like, also, that's another pretext that men use. They said women cannot cheat without loving someone. And they love the guy when they cheat with the other one. And men...
That's not true, but yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was going to come on it after. And men, they can just have it like that, and it's just another body.
Absolutely
so that's
nothing.
okay.
But the fact of the matter is, whenever you're sharing energy, physical intimacy with someone, you're cheating.
Yes.
Like, end of story.
Yes.
And you both are sharing energy. So
and you talk
whether
about,
you're male or female, and whether you think you are or not, you are.
Yeah. The monogamy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The other thing she said that was really interesting was how things have changed and marriage has changed. So before, like, marriage was really a business arrangement, right? And when you cheated, it was really threatening like your economic safety.
Yes.
But now that we're, you know, all about romantic arrangements in marriage, it's threatening our emotional security. And therefore, the pain of infidelity is so much more. Because what happens is when you're finding a person to be with, you're not only looking at that person as your provider.
Yeah.
Right? You're looking at them as your best friend, as your confidant, as the person you can count on, your soulmate, the one.
Yeah.
And when that person encompasses all of these things, the act of cheating is much more painful than if it was only a business arrangement.
And I'm gonna add something to that. It's not only that you see your partner like it's yours.
Right.
It's your things. It's yours. You know what I mean? And that's the thing as well that is painful, because if it's yours, you're supposed to know everything.
Yeah.
If it's yours, it means there's nothing you can touch it.
But see, that's the thing. And people would argue that your partner isn't your property, that's an egotistical thing to say, but I don't necessarily... No, but I don't necessarily agree, because they are yours. I'm not saying you get to tell them what to do. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that you are in charge of what they're allowed to do and what they're not. They're still free.
Yeah.
But in a sense, you have a person of your own. It's not necessarily that you own them.
You and me create someone.
Right.
I would say.
Yeah.
You go to give this energy that we put together to create this entity, I would say.
Yeah.
You betray me and take this half that we took time to create, and you share it with someone else.
Yeah.
Then became the betrayal, but doesn't mean that you are mine, you know. So, but you destroy what we build. You destroy it. You break it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not agree with the fact that it's your partner. It's yours. You know, like it's even when you say that it's yours, it's not yours.
Well, I don't know about your mind, so I don't know what you mean.
Help! No, but your partner, it's not yours, you know, in this sense. But you and your partner, you are someone. You know what I mean? You are an energy, something that you can form what form it is. It can be, I don't know, a lion, whatever. Imagine some things, you know? That's how I imagine. And when you go to betray or do some things or create or share your energy that you shouldn't share with someone else, then you start to break these things. And there come from the fact that you betray her.
Yeah, but also I think further to that, when you establish this togetherness,
Yes.
and we can argue that we become one in a sense, or two separate entities on the same path,
Yes.
creating, one, I guess, not just goal, but...
Not just goal, but we create not another human, but like I said...
I know what you're saying. So in that sense, like, when this one person you're counting on so much betrays you, you then start to question everything about yourself and everything that you know of the world.
Yes.
So it's like, oh my God, if this person has done this to me, what's wrong with me? What did I do? How am I ever going to trust in general again?
Of course.
Because then it becomes like traumatic. It's not just like when relationships were a business arrangement.
Yeah.
It was kind of like you were cheating to find love because you're in a business, right? So you were cheating for that intimacy.
For that intimacy, yeah.
Right? Because maybe you didn't have it.
Because you didn't choose.
Exactly.
You didn't choose your partner.
Right. But like now that you're choosing your partner, I mean, what are you cheating for?
But that's the thing as well. And there was one part with her that I wasn't really agree, or maybe she didn't touch on this part.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, people are choosing their partner.
Yeah.
But they are choosing without really knowing what they want.
That's so true.
That's the thing as well.
Right.
Most of the people don't really know what they want, what they are looking for, what will be good for them.
Yeah.
At the moment now, because 10 years after won't be the same person maybe, that you need at 10 years after or 10 years before or now, and all these parameters are completely cancelled because of also the sexual and physical.
It's true because there's so many more things that matter over love. So we think we're choosing love.
Yes.
But a lot of the times, because we don't know ourselves.
And we don't know love.
And we don't know love, we are attributing certain characteristics to love, and it's not necessarily love, like you said.
Exactly.
And I think, so she said when people cheat, sometimes people mostly think there's something wrong with them or there's something wrong in the relationship.
Yeah.
And she said that's not always true. And I think that's what you're saying. But it is, though. Because if you're happy, why are you cheating? Well, there has to be something wrong. Something's wrong in the relationship, or something's wrong, or you're not getting your needs met. Now, that doesn't mean there's something wrong with that person.
Yeah.
That just means that maybe you haven't chosen a person compatible to you.
Yeah.
You haven't chosen a person that you're willing to be your best self for. You're not choosing a person who inspires you to be your best. And that's why you're seeking that validation and attention, affection somewhere else.
Yeah. And a lot of time as well, you hear that men, when the criteria to choose a woman,
right?
It will be also a bit the same for a woman now. It's how is it in the bed? You know what I mean? Which excitement it gives you in the bed, with this moment, that you have during, and even the first moment that you have with someone during the first weeks or month that and you have the first sex and it's powerful, and it's the first sex, the first it's powerful, it's very exciting. So what it blinds us from the real sign that you have to watch in someone.
And exactly. And I think what happens is you take these superficial things that you think matter to you, like kinky sex or, lots of money or whatever.
Materials.
Yeah, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I got the core things I want. I can change the rest.
Yeah.
And even though maybe subconsciously you don't think that's what you're doing, that is what you're doing.
Exactly.
And if that person isn't changing, you're like, oh, I don't know why I'm not happy. Oh, and then you start looking for someone else because you're still lost in what's important to you.
And to also come back on it because there's so much thing. It's passionate. I'm passionate. So she said as well one time, she said, after 10 years, after 10, 20 years, and one time you just said, maybe I'm going to go to try this because I need excitement again. Maybe. And then she was like, why after 10 years? Because it took 10 years maybe for the other one to change, and become another one. And the things that you loved in him change. Or maybe it took 10 years for you to realize that you only loving because of this moment that I was saying at the beginning.
Exactly.
And then you fall. You try to find it during all those 10 years, and at one point after you start to be tired and you...
Well, a lot of the times you misunderstand the person you're with because they look good on paper.
Yeah.
It's like a resume. They look good on paper. Oh, okay, this person's educated. Oh, okay, this person has a good job. Oh, okay, this person is tall. Oh, this person, has a good family, whatever. So on paper, they're looking good, But as time goes on, they might not be the person that you need.
Yes. Yeah.
Because we all come with our own experiences, and we all come with different characteristics, and these need to complement each other. They don't need to be the same, but they need to complement. Like, it's not a one size fits all. Yeah. And I think a lot of the times when I hear people talking about what they're looking in love, everyone's saying the same shit.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone's saying, oh, I want a loyal person. Oh, I want, someone who's, going to be faithful. I want love and affection. I want this, I want that. But then they're not willing to give that. Yep. And not to be mean, but maybe they don't even deserve that. Maybe they're not in a place it's not ready. Deserve, not but like ready. They're not ready to receive.
Ready. It's hard to be ready in this society because there is so much movie, so much propaganda, so much things that make you think.
Layers.
And we are born with this propaganda as well.
Oh, 100%.
The girl have to wait and the prince gonna come in his thing and you're gonna find him one day just like that without working on yourself, without learning what is love, learning how to love, learning how to receive love, how to unlove, how to know yourself. All these layers have been switched.
That's so interesting that you say that. I've heard a guy say once, this is just who I am. This is just who I am. I'm not gonna work on it. You have to accept the person I am. Huh?
I mean, at least he tell you.
No, but that's crazy. I'm like, for you to have the audacity to think that is okay and that is a way you're going to find someone is crazy to me.
And he
like
will.
That you
that's
think.
That's the crazy thing. Like, he will.
Yeah, but it's not going to last.
It's not going to last, but he will find someone.
Right.
And the girl who going to accept this will be submissive for life. Because he never changed. Never compromised.
That was one of the craziest things that I've ever heard. And I remember talking to some of my friends and they're like, well, I don't get it. What's the problem with that? And I'm like, it's so telling of a person's personality that you think that you've achieved ultimate growth.
Yes.
And that there is no room for you to be a better person. And I remember there would be things like, oh yeah, I don't do this and this and this. So that's just it.
That's just take it.
It's
live with it.
Wild.
Run.
But right. And one of the things that you said earlier as well is after that 10-year mark or whatever mark, people, they might realize that this wasn't the person for them. Or the one thing she said that I thought was really true as well is we have this culture of I deserve better. I'm never happy.
Yeah.
I'm never satisfied. Yeah. I always want and can get more. And whilst I think that's so empowering in maybe a materialistic sense or a success sense,
of course.
I think that it can be really difficult if you have that mindset in a relationship. Now, if you're having an unhealthy relationship, you know that, and you should be thinking, I deserve better. I can be happier.
Yes.
But there is really a lack of appreciation in relationships. And I feel like people are like, oh, I've had this bump in the road. And you know what? I'm going to call it quits. Like, I'm done with this. Like, I don't need this. And that part is the part that really messes with me.
You know why? Social media is playing a big part in this. Just think what you just say.
Right.
Comparison.
True.
Comparison is the big one.
Yeah.
You compare yourself so much now. Everything. Even a movie that you're watching, you're going to compare yourself from the life of the actor, the actress who is in the movie. You're going to compare your life with it while this story doesn't even exist.
But you don't even got to be, right, you don't even have to be an actress. Like, you can literally be watching a TikTok.
I just take this thing to show you that it's crazy because you know that it's a movie, it's not real. Yeah. You know, even that you're going to... So imagine someone who show you his real life, who's not, video from 2 years before, on their story, showing you that they were in Paris, they were in Africa, they were this, they were here, and you're watching, you're working, your man doesn't...
Yeah, you're like, how they got all this
money? How they got all this money? And we don't have this. How
so romantic, and we didn't do this, and you proposed to me, but you didn't propose to me like
and
this.
And I'm with my child, and I keep my child, but she don't have her child. She pay for someone to have the child, and you don't even see. You don't even watch what you have.
And half of the stuff is so fake.
It's
and
fake.
You're comparing it to a fake lifestyle.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that your situation can't be better.
Yes.
But
you cannot analyze your situation on fake.
But it also stems from insecurity.
Yeah.
You know, because if someone was secure, then maybe they wouldn't be having these thoughts and they wouldn't be so easily influenced by something like that.
You know, I was saying that as well. I'm agree with that, but I'm also thinking that social media are breaking people as well. Because when you are in the long run of growing, when it's been a while that, for example, you are trying to do some things, you know, but at the same time, it's so easy for you to see the contrary every day. Every day. Every day you can see the contrary. Then it can break you. It can break you, and now you start to turn, to shift, and go and see like, fuck, I could do that. I could have this. Oh, she's right.
That's true, because repetition does infiltrate the brain
all the time.
Then you start to think, oh, actually, maybe I could do this. Oh, actually, my wife is getting old. Maybe I need a younger girl. And I could get a younger girl.
Yeah.
You know?
You see?
Yeah.
And also now the content on social media as well look more natural than before, even if they are edited. So that means people are talking to you like that,
right?
And they're talking to you like that. So every day,
they're looking at you. Yeah. They're like, "Hey, I'm talking to you. You're my friend."
Exactly. So the girl gonna tell you, "But you could have this.
Yeah.
You could have that." And you hear again.
Why are you in this boring marriage for?
Exactly.
Don't you want excitement?
Exactly.
You know.
They talk to you.
Exactly.
So it's hard. It became even harder and harder. Yeah.
And the other thing I think that was really interesting that she said was that cheating is way less about sex, but it's more so about like emotional connection and being made to feel special and unique. And it's so interesting because when you think about social media, a lot of the influencers, you know, who got the bodies and all of that stuff,
they are not unique.
No, but like I think a lot of women are put under pressure to look a certain way, to have a certain body type, and are constantly seeking validation. And it comes from that comparison culture. But do you think that a woman who's constantly posting pictures that seek validation while she has a man, do you think that she's looking for something?
She may not looking for some things at the moment. But this thing is her life. So when these things have notification, you know, this notification, this like,
It's true. It's very addictive.
It's this comment.
It is.
Some people are addicted to different type of
different
notification.
Things, yeah.
The comment, the story, the like on the story, the things, the message, the DM, or things like that. I don't say that all of them cheat straight away,
Nah, of course not.
It's gonna be easier, of course, to cheat.
Yeah, you're gonna have so many propositions in your DMs.
Exactly. So if one day you have trouble, okay, you have a big fight or something like that, and will last for a while, and that you can't resolve,
right?
Then the solution for you will be easy to find here. That's what you're gonna say to yourself.
But if for example, it's only about physical and the physical aspect.
Yes.
Right? And
the emotional with the notification.
No, I know, but I just mean like your posts are very sexual.
Yes.
Right? And physical
yes.
and sexually charged. You are more likely, like if you got the BBL, right? You're more likely to go with a guy for very specific reasons.
Yes.
And your relationship is more likely to be really superficial.
Yes.
And when your relationship is superficial, even your affection and your love exchanges are superficial.
Of course.
And you still not going to be fulfilled emotionally.
For sure.
So you will continue to seek that validation.
Yes.
Over and over and over again from all the different people.
Yes. Yes.
So I do think that it's not always about sex. Sometimes it is.
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes it is.
But sometimes it's mental.
But it's
mental
exactly.
issue. Mental issue.
Mental issue.
Not issue like
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But there is something. You're not going well somewhere.
Right.
And security, even if she have a beautiful body or things like that, but she need validation.
Right.
She need to hear that. She need to see it.
And that's the thing, like,
because she don't feel well.
Exactly.
Because of another part of her life, she don't feel well. So that's the way for her to receive the love that she needs, or something.
It's very true. Like, I know, even for me, like there was a point where I was working out, I was perfect in every way. And I remember looking in the mirror and being like, pulling skin, literally skin, and just being like, I'm so fat. And it was constant, there was constant criticism in my brain about how I look.
Yes.
No matter how much I worked and how much I accomplished, it was never enough, and I was never satisfied. And this is even pre IG being a big thing.
Yeah.
So, and but back then, I'm so old. I used to buy magazines.
Yeah.
I used to really love fashion.
Yeah.
And there was a different beauty standard as well. Back then it was like really slim and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, so it's like it really does depend. Like social media, propaganda, self-worth.
Yes.
All of that plays into infidelity.
Yeah.
And not saying that you would cheat, but you want validation from the outside world. Yeah. Period.
You want some things to fulfill your insecurity.
Exactly.
And there is different type of insecurity.
Exactly.
And I mean, like you said, we all at the beginning we are watching, I don't know, our idols or whatever, and we're like, wow, you have these abs or things like that. I want these abs.
Yeah.
Now people are doing gym and they say, I want this body. I want this body. But then no one say, I just want to feel healthy.
No,
I just want to do it because I like to feel like when I'm finished, the way my brain is open and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say it, but the real goal is to become like that or like that or like that.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And I was a bit like that back in the day.
Yeah.
But you remember when we were talking about this, and I was like, now I understand. I understand that the goal in life is to enjoy the journey. More than the result.
Yeah.
More than the result. Because the result will come anyway if you love the journey.
Yeah.
If you follow the journey.
Yeah.
And also if you have a real goal, not just an appearance goal, Know yourself help you a lot. But
absolutely.
It's a big job.
And knowing yourself before you get into a relationship
Before you get in, it's
can help
primordial.
you.
No, it's primordial.
Yeah,
it's
but
vital.
no, I know, but it's not going to happen for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
But knowing yourself before getting into that will help you not cheat or be cheated on or choose the right partner. So that is not really, in your cards in the future. So that definitely is something that I think a lot of people need to spend time doing, and it's not happening.
If you know yourself, like you said, before to enter in a relationship, if you know the pain that you will receive when someone betrays you, when you give everything to them, when you know know that you don't want to give that feeling and feeling to your partner. You don't want that.
Right.
That's the last thing that you want to do. When you already feel it, when you know how you're gonna react to this, you don't want to.
But also, when you have chosen the right person for you, if you are sure in that, you don't want to cheat. Like, it's not really even just like giving them that pain. It's also like that's really not on your mind.
Yeah, the only thing, like, how do you know it's I feel like you only know it's the good one during the time.
That's true.
The thing.
Yeah.
No one can. You cannot tell me even after 10 years.
Yeah.
You can. That's what I mean. When you ask me, I just feel when I'm with her, life is better.
Right. Well, on that beautiful note, let's kick it to advice time.
Okay.
So, what would be your advice to those experiencing thoughts of infidelity? So, if you're thinking about cheating, what is your advice?
To don't have the thoughts of infidelity?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I mean, the advice would be at first always also you need to know yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need to look inside. Why am I having these thoughts?
Exactly. First, but you need to also have you have to analyze your relationship.
Right.
You have to analyze your relationship and see where the problem come from, or the problem lead to those thoughts.
Yeah.
You need to find, and you cannot do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's not cause of you. It's also your partner. So you need to talk. You need to be able.
It's the situation.
You need to be able to express the exact thought that you have. You need to be able to express them. It's better to express this thought and have an argue about this thought.
Yeah. Than to do it.
And after regret and break everything.
Yeah. And I would add to that to really make sure that you are looking at yourself with as much critique as you are of your partner. Because I think a lot of the times we don't self-reflect. We are biased when it comes to our own shortcomings.
Of course. It's hard to
We think we're giving the world, but maybe we're not. So you really got to sit down with yourself and really analyze, like, hey, what am I doing that's making my partner act a certain way or not do certain things for me?
Only the one who are ready to grow can do this job.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing as well with that job, because it's hard.
Because a lot of the time, it's just based on, like, a lot of the time, people act and react. So that reaction is always coming from somewhere.
Exactly.
All right. And what is your advice to those that have been cheated on? So Esther said the deceived partner, they have to make sure that they're surrounded by love, that they're doing the things they like, doing hobbies, signing up for hobbies, being with their friends, and making sure that they curb the desire to know the details about the affair. So not asking, like, where you're going, did you like having sex with her more than me, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
If you decide to move forward, if you decide to continue, if you decide, I feel like, when she said that, I didn't see this part, but I feel like it's essential. It's like when you're doing a diagnostic, you have to do this. you have to know and you have to hear and watch in front, and watch his eyes or her eyes, and to see what they really tell you when you ask those questions. And then you will be able to reflect, and even it will give you more, how to say, more evidence for you to say, okay, maybe I was doing some things wrong, and we need to fix it like that. It will never happen again, because I can see that I understand why it went there, you know. But if there is no such as explication, you know, if the things doesn't look logic, you know, if you feel like doesn't mean anything, and you were there, you did everything, you were giving everything, you can also have your answers by asking those questions and have this strong discussion. Because if you only play like a cops all the time, you won't have any answer. Where are you going? I'm going there. Why with you with this other?
Well, whatever the answer is, you're not going to believe it, because if you're choosing to move forward in the relationship, you're saying to that person, I'm choosing to trust you again. So when you're questioning them constantly, they're like, wait, but you said that you choosing to trust me again, so how can I prove it when you're on my back?
That's why those deep questions about what did you find when you went to see her, more than what I was giving you.
Right.
What did she bring to you
that you don't feel in this relationship?
What, you know, all these questions. When you ask those questions, you're gonna have to answer. See, and that's the thing as well.
That's such a knife to the ego. So you really, as the person who was deceived, and also have to be prepared to really just put that ego to the side as well. Because you're going to have to do a lot of work, as well as the person who did the deed.
And then you're going to be able to make a choice.
Right.
Because if on top of it, when you ask this question, there was ego behind it. When he did, I say he because...
it doesn't matter,
When your partner did the mistake, on top of it, he had the ego. When you ask those real questions, then you're going to see that I cannot trust him again, because the only thing he's going to do it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So those questions, I think she's right on it. I think before to even move forward, those questions have to be asked, and for you to be able to make a choice.
No, she's saying you don't ask those questions.
No, you should ask those questions.
So you don't agree with her, because she said shouldn't.
No, she said you shouldn't ask, where are you going? Where are you going?
Yeah.
But those deep questions, you should ask them.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, true.
Those deep questions should be asked even before to move forward.
Yeah.
For you to decide if you're gonna move forward.
It's tough.
You know what I mean? And after, when you move forward, then you have some work to do.
You got an opportunity to then change things up.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it can't be the same relationship again.
I know it's finished.
Yeah, exactly.
You're starting a new relationship.
Exactly.
From now.
Right.
And we start with a mistake from one partner, from one side.
Yeah, and then finally, can you and should you forgive cheating? So she thinks it can be healed. It depends on the relationship. And we kind of touched on it.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it.
Do you think there's an opportunity to for like self-growth, and an opportunity for because the thing is, maybe there's an opportunity for self-growth and evaluation.
Yes.
But do you really think, even if you start a new relationship, that sort of betrayal can make a new relationship with that same person and make it stronger? Or do you think that growth needs to be put into the next relationship?
It's a new relationship. If you try to continue the relationship and tell yourself, okay, let's continue.
Right.
No, let's start again.
Right.
That's the word. Let's start again.
Yeah.
Because you have to forget the first part.
Yeah.
But if you feel that you can continue, it's a new start. It's a new relationship. It's new boundaries.
Right.
It's new rules.
But it's also like, you both have to bring new things to the table.
Of course.
You can't be the same people again. You're just going to end the same way.
You won't.
You won't.
You won't
right.
anyway.
You won't. Because there's scars now.
That's the thing.
Right.
That's the thing. So I think before I would say, no, it's not possible. And, but I'm like, it's depend of the cheating. It's depend of many different... It depends of the situation, But yeah, for sure, the thing that I'm sure about, it's like, it's never going to be the same. And you have to be ready for this.
Right.
Because maybe the only thing that you liked was the whole relationship.
Right.
Then you won't be able to continue. You know what I mean?
Well, let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
On some of these questions.
Let us know.
We got the fun questions ready for you now.
From the family, from the our family.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Relate Right family. Let's hear what questions you have this week.
Let's go.
All right. I'm getting married soon, and my fiance and I decided no strippers. I recently found out my wife-to-be had male strippers at her hen's night, and I'm pissed. She lied to me for weeks, and then I find out through one of her friend's husbands. I feel betrayed. Should I go through with the wedding? Ooh, girl.
That's you see, I'm always talking about that. All those people who said yes when they ask you, do you want to be my wife? When you say yes, and you're only thinking when you say yes is when you're gonna have this last party to invite, or to do something crazy because it's finished, life is finished. Why you say yes?
Okay, but hold on.
Maybe
yes, she didn't plan to have strippers. Maybe her girls ordered strippers. Like,
then
you don't even know.
Okay, you invite. Okay, hello, babe. Yes, I'm telling you.
Right,
Stephanie, or I don't know, invite things, but it's not me, and I prefer to tell you straight away before.
Right.
You lie. Why you lie?
You lied. Well,
Why you lie?
Because they agreed, and maybe she was
Why
scared.
you lie?
You know what I mean?
So if you're scared to lose your life from before, don't say yes. Don't say yes. Okay.
All right. I think you covered it.
Thank you.
Cool. My man is always commenting and checking out other women in front of me. I've pulled him up on it several times, and he says I'm overlooking. He says it's fine to look. Maybe she made a mistake. He says it's fine to look as long as you don't touch. He says it's natural for men. I'm sick of it. What should I do?
So what did it?
He's always commenting and checking out other women in front of her. So she told him.
Like just
okay. She told him, and he said she's overreacting.
You know what you should do?
What? Do the same thing back?
That's the thing as well.
No, she needs to leave him. No, I'm sorry. That's so disrespectful.
Wait.
Bye.
Is he doing some things, or they just talk about women?
She's making comments and checking out other women. Like, he's making... I don't know if he's making comments to the girls, or if he's like, oh, wow, she's fine.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Sometimes you're like, and he talk, and you're... First, when you're... First, you don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
First, you don't do that.
And so she's telling him it's bothering her, and he's like, listen. You're overreacting.
So that's what I mean. You're overreacting.
Right.
So then if she is not like that, you just break a relationship. Maybe they have this before. Yeah. Maybe he was doing it before, she wasn't doing anything, and now it's too much. Then if he don't want to listen, then you try to do the same to show him how he feel. You know what I mean? That could be one idea.
It could be.
Could be one idea. But normally he should understand that you don't like this. And it's just normal.
Look, probably the best thing is to make him feel what you feel, because listen.
Some people need that. Some people need to feel it because they don't understand.
Because if you're being respectful and he's not, I don't know.
You feel she should just leave it? Because if it's just about, oh, look, this girl, she's fine. Or, look, I like the hair of this girl. Oh, I like this. If it's just that, then when you go and say, oh, la, this guy is... That's strange, huh? He's big. He's 6'3", 4". And when they comment there, you see...
You'd be like, he looks like he could pick me up.
and then with the reaction, you say, you see? That's what I'm feeling when you talk.
Don't even say that. Just let it simmer.
Yeah. You're evil.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let us know
Let
if
us know,
that
let us
works. All right. I overheard my man say his ex's name in his sleep. Side note, I didn't slap him, but I wanted to. I told him in the morning, and he said he didn't remember his dream, but I didn't believe him. Anyway, should I be worried? If he's cheating in his dreams, he could be cheating in real life. We've all been there. Come on.
Come on. We all? No, it's me.
No, but
okay.
No, haven't you one time...
I talk when I'm sleeping. Yeah, now you say to in front of everyone.
No, not this.
I'm talk when I'm sleeping. Yeah, but I don't say girl. No, girl.
No, you don't. No, I just mean like when you had a dream.
Yeah.
You had like a dream about something like that.
Oh, probably I have so much dream. I'm dreaming so much. My dream are crazy.
No, I've had a dream about that. Remember? And I told you I got so mad at you.
Oh yeah, you get. Yeah. She woke up. She was angry. I was like, "What happened?" And she was angry. I was like, "What the hell? You cheat on me."
Listen, I don't think he's necessarily cheating on you in real life, girl. Nah. But that's I mean, you just never know what he's thinking about.
Come on.
Is this like an old ex? Like maybe he was trying to save her life in the dream. Like you just don't know.
I mean, it's the brain. It's the brain. I mean, dreams are important, as well. But it's the brain as well who create history. And sometimes you don't even know why he said the name.
Yeah, maybe it's maybe like subconscious.
Maybe he was just talking to you in his dream about her.
Look at you.
My man, send a comment and like the video if you see that because I just saved your life.
Wow. No, but I also think that dreams, like you can associate certain feelings with certain people.
Of course.
So, maybe his ex made him feel insecure or made him feel some negative feelings. Maybe he was feeling that in the dream.
It can be so much.
You just don't. Right. It could be so many different things.
It could be a dog that is there and you just call, hey, Sophie. And you don't even know, I told you the dream are crazy.
It's true.
It can be everything.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he's like saying her name every night in his dreams and making sexual noises, then I don't know. Then, I think you're good.
You're safe.
You're safe.
And my man, show them to your man and tell him to follow because I saved his life. Thank you.
Wow. All right. Is it a red flag if my husband doesn't wear his wedding ring? He just stopped wearing it one day 6 months ago and never put it on again. And no, he didn't lose it. I asked him why. He says it's uncomfortable.
He's uncomfortable since when?
Well,
that's the thing.
6 months ago. I don't know. Like, get a new ring. Like, you take him. Be like, yo, let's go find you a comfortable ring, babe.
Come on.
Like, that's crazy.
I saw sometimes some guy want to be in trouble.
Right. I know. I think so. It's like, bruh, come on.
But I don't know. Say, or if it's really uncomfortable, go adjust the thing. I mean,
go find a new ring. Like, it's
make it bigger. I don't know.
Get a tattoo on your finger, bruh. I don't know. Do something.
Do you want to be in trouble? You know that she's gonna tell you what's happened. You know that. But
depending on your guy, if it's a red flag or not. But it's a red flag. It's a red flag because he's not trying to really do nothing about it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's out there cheating and he's like, ooh, no, I'm not wearing my ring. Anything goes. I'm not saying that. But even just the fact that he doesn't care how that makes you feel, that's a red flag.
That's always a red flag when some things that you for you it's so important and your partner doesn't make an effort.
Right. It's like
that's always a red flag. That you should put that in your mind, people.
Yes.
Normally, your partner, that's the first thing that your partner should fulfill.
Yes.
Fulfill. It's what you love, what's important for you.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. Well, last one. What do you guys think about dating apps like Tinder? Can you really find love? I swear everyone on there is just after one thing. There's always an exception to the rule, I think. There's always an exception. There'll be a couple of people who do find love.
10 people, maybe?
Right.
On the billion?
Wow.
But, no. Before, maybe. But now in 2024, I don't know. Less and less.
It's
more
less
we go,
and less,
less
for sure. The options are just so vast. People are just treating every profile like it's not a human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't think that people on Tinder go on Tinder to find love.
Also, I feel it's fake. You know why it's fake?
Why?
Because when you go on Tinder, of course, your Instagram, Facebook are connected to this.
Yeah.
Sometime. Or they can find your name directly, or directly you put your Instagram picture. They are connected, you know?
Yeah.
So
I didn't
people
know
can
that,
go
but
on
yeah.
your Instagram, see your life, and adjust their conversation. You know what I mean? There is so many things that they can do.
Oh my God.
You
Well,
know,
I mean, yeah, you can do that with
but
anything.
it's not natural anymore. It's not organic.
But it's so weird. Like, I've never had Tinder. I've never had Tinder. But
I
even
had
when I
Tinder
was
before.
single,
I had Tinder before, and you could already do it. It's like 5-6 years before. So imagine.
just talking to people on text is weird, period. Like, if you're not a good texter, you might, like, you just might miss out on
even when I have it was hard.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I was like, hey, who are you? After you're like, you know,
You're like, how do I sound
But
funny?
now, and now there is ChatGPT.
Oh my God, stop
Now
it.
I hear that people use ChatGPT
Stop.
to talk with people. No, seriously.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they use ChatGPT to have a hook, you know? Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. So it's even more fake.
All right. Well, I guess the short answer is no, you can't find love on Tinder.
No. You can, but it's an exception.
But it's an exception.
And if you can have...
And good luck. You're just, you're going to be finding a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, you better choose another way to find love.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a comment, like it, and share with someone who could benefit. Tune into our next episode where we'll discuss love bombing versus genuine relationships. You will not want to miss it.
And until next time, take care and nurture your relationships. Read it right.